though, is my colleague Siphamandla Goge. He's on the floor with us, just getting some sentiments from various delegates. Siphamandla, it's over to you. And I mean, I'm sure as we've witnessed throughout the morning, the theme has been quite apt. It's been a very, very electrifying mood. And I wonder if the voting will be a telling sign of the Democratic Alliance of 2024.
Well, I guess the most interesting part of the program will be tomorrow when the delegates are discussing policy issues and also voting for their leaders, particularly the federal leader of the Democratic Alliance, who will become the face of the official opposition when they go for the elections. So let's recap on what has happened since this morning. It has been the issue of just political speeches. Right now we have just heard from the mayor of Midrand. A number of mayors representing the Democratic Alliance have been given progress reports. Remember how the DA, would position itself and would basically try to convince the voters about the situation where they govern. So you have had a number of mayors, Mayor of Cape Town, Mayor of Umngeni Municipality, Chris Papas in KwaZulu-Natal, the only mayor, or rather the only municipality being governed by the DA in KwaZulu-Natal, and we've just heard from the mayor of Midrand now giving progress report on what they've achieved and the challenges as well. So those are the political speeches, and the main speech will be delivered by the current federal leader of the Democratic Alliance. That will be Mr. John Steenhuisen, who will be addressing this gathering as the incumbent. And then after that, delegates will go for their lunch break. After the lunch break, then they will come back and continue with a number of reports, and all of that will be closed sessions, by the way. So this open session has been about political speeches, and we expect that, moving forward, then the program will move according to the plan, because they started on time. All their delegates are seated and they are listening to those political speeches. The focus is on the position of the federal leader, and it's a two-horse race between the incumbent, which is John Steenhuisen, and of course Dr. Mpho Phalatse, former mayor of the city of Johannesburg. And those are the people who will really be contesting for the position of the federal leader. I've spotted Lungile Penyane. I'm going to ask my colleague Usipho to move a little bit so that my colleague Teboho will pen and show you the Lungile Penyane, who initially wanted to contest for the position of the federal leader, but then again she decided to withdraw. That's Lungile Penyane, who confirmed to ENCA that she had withdrawn for the position of the federal leader, but she's contesting other positions that are available. So that is the current status quo here at Gallagher Estate in Midrand, Johannesburg. The party says this is the biggest gathering, the biggest federal congress with more than 2,000 delegates from across the country. Apart from electing leaders, they will be discussing policy issues and the thorny issue of coalitions. They will have to deal with what is happening in a number of metros in Gauteng in particular. They recently lost Ekurhuleni when their former mayor Tanya Campbell was deposed by a coalition there. So they will deal with the issue of coalitions, discuss the party's position. Remember, they've got a proposal that they've tabled as to how to deal with these unstable coalition governments that now and again continue to destabilize the running of the metros, but also making sure that a number of DA mayors are deposed, and in Tshwane they've recently regained the metro there. So those are the things that they will be seized with. But the outcome of this conference or this congress will have to take into account the issue of 2024. How do they go around ensuring that they recover from the slump or the dip that they registered in 2019 when they were plagued by a number of internal squabbles that led to the departure of their former leader Mmusi Maimane, Herman Mashaba, the likes of Phumzile van Dam, Mbali Ntuli. I'm not counting Lindiwe Mazibuko because she left a while ago, Bongani Baloyi and others. So the party has been plagued by a number of leaders leaving, which has been dubbed as the exodus of African leaders, raising debate and questions about transformation within the party, leading to some people arguing that it represents the interest of the white minority minority, not necessarily the majority, which is African. So that has been something that the party's current leadership has dismissed, saying, well, it's not true because their party is diverse and their party caters for all sectors of the society in South Africa. So this Congress then will chart a way forward in terms of the party and its electoral fortunes next year. And, you know, in a way, there's the discussion that is underway about what the party will do to deal with coalition partners moving forward. Which parties are they willing to work with and how are they going to handle that moving forward? So after these political speeches, we expect to get the main speech by the federal leader, John Steenhuisen, who will be giving some sort of a progress report on what his collective has achievements, successes, as well as challenges. He will be giving a political or organizational report, if you can use that phase. And then after that, of course, things will move to a number of closed sessions because a number of reports will have to be tabled, discussed, and processed.